Welcome to Music at Noon. How are you doing? It's been 2 weeks. I've missed you. That's what I wanted to hear, right? I always have a motive for what I'm saying, right? I wanted to hear that you missed me. Thank you. Well, there's been a little water under the bridge, hasn't there? Over the bridge, too, unfortunately. So today, we're going to throw at you about 5 brass players and a singer. A singer and 5, who's ever heard of such a thing? Well, hey, why not? Curved air. We're throwing you a curve today, indeed. It's a brass quintet, and we have a variety of selections, and trombone, horn, tuba, and 2 trumpets, with special guest soloist Courtney Daniels. So why don't you give them a nice, warm welcome. Thank you. This is for you, trust me.
Hello. Good. Got it. All right. For those of you who have been in to see us before here, which has been quite a number of times, but not for quite a while now because of COVID, we always go by Curved Air and Friends, and we have a new friend this year named Courtney Daniels, who's impressed audience and members with her charismatic presence and powerful voice. She started her love of opera at the age of 7 when she watched the entire Madame Butterfly, reading the subtitles and then discussing the plot with her babysitter. Multiple awards for her singing and and has performed internationally. We thank Courtney for joining us and taking time from her presentations or her performance of Faust, which she's going to be doing in the Bay Area shortly, and also for taking time from her equine for children. Courtney?
So this next piece we're going to do is called Elsa's Dream. It's from a Wagner opera called Lohengrin. In this scene in the opera, Elsa has been falsely accused of killing her brother, and nobody is standing up to defend her. And so she tells them about the dream she had of a knight in shining armor that was going to come defend her. So that's this piece. I hope you enjoy it.
Am I on? On? Okay. Okay, so we're going to take a breather after that. You might have noticed that the brass never stopped playing because that's meant for a full opera orchestra, down to 5 people. So that was a lot. My name's Angelina, I play the horn, and this next piece we're going to do is called Animal Ditties, and there are 10 movements, but they're pretty short, so don't worry, it's not going to last too long. And the one thing I just wanted to mention is some of these are kind of straightforward, but sometimes you're going to hear a special effect sound coming from the brass, and you might think, is there water in their instruments? Because you see us dumping our spit. But actually, it's called a flutter tongue. And so we're going to blow and kind of roll your tongue at the same time. So if you would do purring like a cat or something, and so that's going to add a lot of character to some of the pieces that are about insects. So you can use your imagination. And actually, this is intended for 5. And so each movement, there's going to be one player that does not play because they're supposed to be the narrator. So it'd be 4 people playing it each time. But since Courtney's here, we thought she should be the narrator. So please enjoy the Animal Ditties.
You guys are in for a treat. Our first animal is the duck. Behold the duck. It does not cluck. A cluck it lacks. It quacks. It is especially fond of a puddle or a pond. When it dines or sups, its bottoms ups. Our next animal is the praying mantis. From whence arrived the praying mantis? From outer space or lost Atlantis? I glimpse the grim green metal mug that makes a pseudo-saintly bug, Orthropus, also carnivorous, and faintly whisper, Lord, deliver us. Our next animal is the cow. The cow is of the bovine ilk. One end is moo, the other milk. Oh, you're going to like this next one. It's the rhinoceros. The rhinoceros is a homely beast. For human eyes, he's not a feast. Farewell, farewell, you old rhinoceros. I'll stare at something less preposterous. Our next animal is the camel. The camel has a simple hump. The dromedary, two. Or else the other way around. I'm never sure. Are you? Now I give you the octopus. Tell me, O octopus, I beg. Is those things arms or is they legs? I marvel at thee, octopus. If I were thou, I'd call me us. Now, our next animal is the squab. And the squab wanted me to tell you this. Toward a better world, I contribute my modest smidgen. I eat the squab, lest it become a pigeon. right, this next one is the firefly. The firefly's flame is something for which science has no name. I can think of nothing eerier than flying around with an unidentified glow on a person's posterior. Our next animal is the wasp. The wasp and all his numerous family I look upon as a major calamity. He throws open his nest with prodigality, but I don't distrust his waspitality. And we are finally nearing the end of this. This is our last animal. I know you're depressed, but we'll get through it. This is going to be the cuckoo. Cuckoos lead bohemian lives. They fail as husbands and wives. Therefore, they cynically disparage everybody else's marriage. So the next song we're going to do is Ain't Misbehavin'. We're going to jazz it up a little bit. It's by Fats Waller. It comes from the musical Ain't Misbehavin'. And it was originally written as a duet for a man and a woman. However, nobody sings the second verse, so you just get me.
No one to walk with all by myself. No one to talk with when I'm happy on that shelf. I ain't misbehaving. I'm saving my life for you. I know for certain that when I love, I'm through with flirting. It's just you I'm thinking of. I ain't misbehaving. I'm saving my life for you. I don't stay out late, don't care to go. I'm home about 8, just me and my radio. I ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my life for you. No one to talk with, all by myself. No one to walk with, but I'm happy on that shelf. I ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love is for you. I know for certain that one I love, I'm through with flirting, it's just you I'm thinking of. I ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love is for you. Like your corner, on the corner, don't go nowhere, what do I care? Your kisses are waiting for, believe me, I don't stay out late, don't care to go. I'm home about 8, just me and my radio. I ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love is for you. My love is for you.
All right. Let's give Courtney a break for just a second. Our next piece is a 3-movement piece. The movements are a little longer than the 10 movements of the other ones, but that's all good. It was written by a woman named Nicole Piuno, she got her doctorate in composition in Michigan, and she's also a trumpet player, so she's really mean to the trumpet players. No, she's not that bad. But I'd like to kind of harken back to the fact that early in the career of this quintet, it was around 2001. And after 9/11, we started a series of concerts called Lifting the Veil, a couple of which were here and a couple of which were elsewhere, basically to raise money for the schools for women in Afghanistan because it was finally opening up. And I'd personally like to dedicate this piece to the women in Afghanistan who are unfortunately going back into a very bad situation.
Thank you for your applause. Our next number is from George Gershwin's masterpiece, his opera Porgy and Bess from 1935. We will be playing an excerpt, one of several that were arranged for brass quintet by the late Jack Gale, a trombone player and arranger based in New York. Did a lot of wonderful excerpts from shows, Porgy and Bess, West Side Story, and several others for brass quintet. The number we'll be doing is Summertime, which is a lullaby, occurs very early in the opera, sung by a woman to her small baby, on a very sultry summer day in Charleston, South Carolina, where the action of the opera takes place. And for this, even though it is scored for brass quintet, we can't resist inviting Courtney back to sing it with us. So, Courtney Daniels.
Thank you. Thank you, Courtney, for making our music so much nicer. Okay, well, she's not here this time. We have to do it ourselves. This is our last programmed piece. It's a piece that has been transcribed from French choral music from the 1500s. Sounds exciting, right? Well, it is. It's actually, represents kind of a change in the style that was happening at the time. There was a lot of melismatic singing going on in early 1500s, and with this composer and his friends, Claude Lejeune, anyway, the composer, and others of his ilk, they decided it was time to let the syllables only, the notes only be like one note per syllable, and that was a kind of a new style in 1560 Paris. Okay, so this piece is called Revoici venir du printemps. It basically says, we're happy that spring's coming back, look, here comes spring again, that sort of thing. And the little refrain that repeats throughout the piece, I think 4 or 5 times, is those words exactly. It's Revoici venir du printemps, l'amoureuse et belle saison. So if you want to learn those words and sing along, please do. So we got it? Revoici venir du printemps, l'amoureuse et belle saison. Okay, you all set? Okay. All right, so please enjoy Revoici venir du printemps.
Where's Courtney? There she is. Come on out. That's very unique. Courtney, thank you so much for your willingness to do a difficult gig, which is trying to do a balancing act with a brass quintet, and you did it superbly. Thank you so much. And let's give her another round of applause. And let's thank each brass player individually. Starting from the left, your left, is Brian Wood. Take a bow, Brian. Angelina Mejia, please take a bow. Brian Schlegel on tuba. Walter Johnson on trombone. Paul Simmons on trumpet. Thank you all for your hard work and the time you spent preparing, and also for giving us such a variety show, 500 years worth of music from 1500 clear up to present. Thank you so much. Thanks for the drama and the theater and the humor as well. We wish you all the best and look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks. As I said, it's great to see you, audience, here, and we'll see you again next week, we hope. Next week, we have a concert, of course, and that's going to be violin, oboe, and cello. Come and enjoy it. See you then, and have a great week.